win this matchup. Nevada about to kick it off to get this game started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Blue Raiders offense will go on the attack first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Makes the catch. It's Lacy. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give on the inside.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Battiato. Got it in the middle. It's Tipton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Butler. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Reads it, fires complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Going up top again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Walker. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nevada Wolfpack offense takes the field, and they'll go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Nevada trying to keep the drive moving on 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Turner. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
To throw, it's Purdy. Gets it out fast. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Nevada needs to convert on 3rd and short to keep the drive alive. He'll sneak it.
Offense facing 4th down.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period. Middle Tennessee is on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to throw, it's Battiato. Finds his man down the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
By the receiver. He's tackled at the 36. First down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. from the gun, running back on the move. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Butler. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Turning it on! He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Under fire. Flips it out in the flat. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to throw, it's Battiato. Touchdown, MTSU! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ashley. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. First down, 10 yards to go. To the air, it's Purdy. using his feet to buy time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Pocket breaking down. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
With the catch, it's Brown. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Nevada, after throwing it in reverse, has a lot of work to do on second down. Dropping back, it's Purdy. Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Nevada has it in the red zone. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
That makes the score. Middle Tennessee 14,
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Reno. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Mackey Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half.
set to kick it off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will open from the 15. He'll do it himself. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Wolfpack need this 3rd and short to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. To the air, it's Battiato. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Lacy.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
The give to the tailback. He's in open space downfield. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Walker. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Battiato. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 82.
A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Wolfpack now has its work cut out on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Turner. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll keep it himself. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Purdy. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. He'll try to do it himself. Wolfpack will get the 1st down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Looking for a crease. It's Turner. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada. Quick strike through the air for the score. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese. And this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Dropping back, it's Purdy. Gets rid of it. They're working that left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. To the air on first down. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass, it's Purdy. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Wants to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass. Big fourth down and short. You got to get this first down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. Looking downfield, it's Battiato. Quickly out to the tight end. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tipton. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Walker.
We've seen this guy come up with some huge throws in this game, and already on the drive, he's thrown a couple of completions. He's got them in a rhythm. This team believes they're going to win this game because of this guy playing the quarterback position.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Got it behind the line. It's Tipton. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Ruled out of bounds at the 45. Good enough for a first down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here comes the offense on second down. Scanning the field, it's Battiato. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Motion from the back. He wants to throw it again. Finds a little space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Gonna swing it on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Carter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Third and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Off the play fake on first down. He'll take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Looking left. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
They haven't gotten much done here. 3rd down, and they need to at least pick up a few to make the field goal attempt easier. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. It's good, and how about that clutch kick from distance to send us to another overtime?
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Run in the red zone, it's Turner. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. Marches ahead. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
Now in the 2nd overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. To the air, it's Purdy. Can't do it better than that. The 2-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Lacy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Tight end finds a soft spot. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! With that, now a 2-point conversion away from triple overtime.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it for you.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment, obviously. Got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute. And here we go again. Goodness gracious, another tie ball game, another overtime. These teams just going back and forth, answering the call over and over again.
David, I hope you don't have a flight you have to catch after this game, because we are going to be here a while. This is back and forth in overtime. Everybody's converting 2-point plays. I don't even want this game to stop.
They can't get it done on the 2, and now they'll rely on the defense. After the stop, now a 2-point try to win the game. Wants to throw. It's Purdy. Bringing the heat. They can't convert. That short yardage, condensed area, nobody got the 2, and we play on. Let's do it again, guys, shall we? And we'll see just how far down the play sheet they have to go for this 2-point try. He's looking to throw. They got it done with the 2, and now they hold the edge deep in overtime. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. Trying to pound their way in. They are denied. The 2-point try is stopped, and a game-winning play by this defense in overtime.